What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the La Liga Career Mode. It's episode number 25. Loads to get through today as the January transfer window has just opened. We might make some transfers, but I'm doubtful. We've got games in all 4 competitions though. Match day 7 and possibly 8 of the Champions League phase. More games in La Liga, aiming to keep pace with the leaders Real Madrid. The Supercopa against Real Madrid in the semis, and finally if we get there. Plus we start with this Copa del Rey, last 32. SD Huesca away from home, aiming to avoid the cup set like we had last season. That was nice. Bold call for the game as well. Decided to rest a lot of my players for this one. Even though we do have a Supercopa game on the Thursday, which, you know, I'm not one bit fussed about at all. I just felt with our form being somewhat inconsistent. Oh, Fatty, wonderfully done. And I took it on a bit too early there. I want to give a few fringe players a go in this game, including a backup goalkeeper I've not used at all since this day began. I love this stadium, by the way. I'm trying to pan around to show you this. This stadium in Spain, I believe, is the second smallest stadium, real stadium, in the game. Funnily enough, the smallest stadium is also in Spain, as Yarek gets his first for the club, and that is SD Eibar. So this is one of the two teams that's really cool for a RTG. Yarek's first goal for the club though, 1-0 Valencia. Gaia to Fatty, aiming for a quick fire double here to start the game off. Fabio Silva's not going to miss that. What a start away in Huesca. 2 goals up, and yeah, rotating my lineup tonight, but no problems at all. We're avoiding the cup set. Corner, Valencia, as we're still leading by 2. Second half's got underway. I've kind of emptied the bench now. This should be a job done. Final 33 minutes, we just passed the ball around for the most part, but the third goal will be nice as well, and we've got it. Ansu Fati wraps it up. Yeah, put us in the next round. Put us in the next round. This job is done. Learn the mistakes from last year. Terrible cup set. Not going to let it happen again. Yeah, very comfortable 3-0 victory in the end for Valencia. Learning our lessons from last year, not taking anything for granted, doing our job and doing it professionally. Our reward though for getting through, last 16 of Fledico away at the Metropolitano. Not sure we'll get through that. Anyway, following game, Supercopa, Real Madrid in the semi-finals, taking them on the Bernabeu in this game. Obviously, not overly fussed about it if we do go out, but I have picked a really strong lineup for it because it is still a trophy, because we haven't won one in the save yet. Even though it's a minor honour, I'd love to finally end that trophy drought. Tough one though, Real in the semis, only beaten them once in the save so far. That was Valencia. I often say that when you're going through a drought, you just need to get something of any kind. You know, you've just got to get something on the board, something in the cabinet, and that's exactly how I feel about a minor honour. Listen, no one's going to look back at the end of their career and say, oh, that was the one. That Supercopa, mate, I tell you. Never forget that. That's the highlight, the pinnacle of my career. No one's going to say that. But when you haven't won anything, you know, it's just a relief to get your hands on something. To me, Kane is a great example of that. Obviously, you know, massive Harry Kane fan, obviously desperate for him to end his trophy drought this season, which of course he still could do with either the League or the Champions League. But believe me, if he would have won that German Super Cup in his first game with Bayern, that would have been a massive weight off his shoulders, knowing he's got something. He's got something. It's not the big one, it's not a big one, but it is something, you know. And that's exactly how I feel with Valencia right now. The Supercopa, it's not the big one, but it's something. Again, I just wish that we were... oh, Mbappe's down, Pen. Came across with Mascara. Little left leg, or was it a right leg? Just popping out to meet Mbappe. And it's soft, but it is a pen, and I ain't going to complain about it. Chevalier say one on the opening day. Oh! And he ain't going to save that one. Kylian Mbappe always scores against me every time I face Real Madrid. He's done it again. Chipping it in from the spot. No pressure for him. Quentin Timber looking for space here. Oh, gets away, finds a pocket, goes through. Chevalier keeps us only down by 1 for now, 10 after the restart. But I feel confident we might get a chance in the second half. But the problem is, I'm getting breached very, very often in the back 5. As Bellingham's shot is blocked, and it'll drop to Nathan Ake. That second Real Madrid goal is coming. So whether we get one or not, as things stand, it's not going to matter. Andre Santos, what a ball. Chevalier is there. We're still in it for now. Just can't beat these guys. You know, we've done really well to get our team to where it is now. But Real Madrid are still a cut above, and that's why, even though we are the closest threat to them in La Liga, I really don't think we're going to catch up to them and overtake them. Not when their star men are in form and healthy, including the ex-Flamengo man with a bit of samba dancing he would have learned in Rio de Janeiro. The wait for our first piece of silverware is gonna continue. In a league with Real Madrid, though, it's no surprise. It's amazing to think they haven't won La Liga yet, but I think there's a very good chance they'll win it this year. 6 clear of us with 1 game to go before the official halfway point. Following contest, though, on the back of that big loss there, Osasuna away. If we are to keep pace with them, these are the games where, simply put, home or away, we can't afford slip-ups because we know they never will. Osasuna in Pamplona. Vamos Valencia. I often talk about this. It's no shame in being beaten by the best. This season we've lost to Real Madrid and Atletico in the league, both by the same scoreline of 3-2. Both as Chevalier makes a great save and gets back on his line, but not quick enough as the rebound is turned in. Both in stoppage time, 3-2 losses as well. I don't mind losing those games because we're not quite as good as those teams yet. But these are the games you can't afford to lose. You want to be champions. You can't afford to slip up in these games, home or away. If you're going to get back to winning ways, it's got to come from behind. Goal gaping after Chevalier came off his line and made a save. But Giro says, don't worry about it, bro. I'll get us back on level terms. 1-1, instant equaliser. Our defence has just been shocking all season long. And it's going to be a Risso's. Yeah, well played. There's the ex-Osasuna right back. Does well there. Back at his old stomping ground. Go on, mate, keep going. Oh, go on. And for his first Valencia goal, isn't it fitting it comes here? Storming run from Ariso, his first for Valencia, away against a team he spent most of his career at. Everyone knows in order to win championships you need to be resilient over the course of a long season. So there'll be times you need to come from behind to get the win, just like we did there in Navarre. Massive 2-1 victory over Osasuna. Right, as Barca just won the Supercopa following contest, it is the last 16 in the Copa del Rey. Atletico away at the Metropolitano. We got to the cup final 2 years ago, and I'm not writing us off here. We could definitely take out Atletico, but our record against them is not one to be envied. Let's just say that, as we're definite underdogs today. Atletico away. Vamos Valencia. Right, starts the game. They're still tied at 0-0. We're looking at a better team early. Oh, Samu almost beat the Italian. The Silva will. Oh, no, he won't. He's beat the keeper, but he's also beat the woodwork. He's gone way wide the post. Weaker left foot, granted, but goodness, that should have been one. That really should have been hit in the back of the net. Loose throw to Silva. Oh, brilliant. Guerra denied by Di Gregorio. I think it was going wide anyway, but we've had Atletico penned really for this entire first half. Just the one thing that's been missing is the clinical finish and the breakthrough. I often say that when you're playing well, you're doing all the right things, you're getting a chance, just haven't scored yet. Don't change anything. Don't change anything. Don't stop. Don't lose faith. Eventually. Oh goodness, Samu. I think that's the worst shot I've ever taken on FC25. That was closest to the corner flag. What I was going to say is that eventually the breakthrough will come. I'm a firm believer in that. Just don't change anything. But based on that attempt, maybe I do need to make a change. Sub off Samu, bring on Hugo Giro. Well, he might not have got the goal, but he has got the assist. I know it's the weaker left foot, but even so, Fabio Silva carrying the team like he's carrying the baby with a celebration and puts us a goal up, deservedly, in Madrid. I don't know how I messed that finish up so bad. So my controller, I've only got one, and what a ball out of Vargas. What a save, Chevalier, what a block. Chevalier with a fist, and the flag's up for offside anyway. I've got like a kind of broken right trigger. Like my right trigger button is, it's very sensitive. It still works, you can see I'm sprinting here, but it's very, very sensitive. And often I'll see my player sprint when I've not asked for it. Oh, come on! Because it's just incredibly sensitive. I wonder if my left joystick possibly is not configured properly. That's the only way I can work out why that shot went so wide. Anyway, Silva isn't misfiring tonight. 2 brilliant goals in 9 minutes. And on one end, Athletic almost found a leveller, if not for Chevalier. On the other, Fabio has doubled up and doubled the scoreline for Valencia. Brilliant performance in Madrid with full value for this. And the quarterfinals are calling our name. As Lee finds Silva. And I'd like to get Samu a goal, to be fair, to make up for the earlier miss. Great save, Di Gregorio. Come on, Doxy boy, don't blame the controller, son. Seriously. Look, fair enough, the right trigger is a little bit off. It's incredibly sensitive and I can't fix it, but come on, mate. That was just a shocking finish. And, you know, frankly, Silva's finishes were sensational instead of shocking in the 2-0 victory. And a big win there away at the Metropolitano as well. Quarterfinals, here we come. And so as we lead the Metropolitano, I love the tunnel scenes like this, by the way. They're not always shown, but it's cool when they are. I'd love to see a few more variations as well in future versions. Anything to make the game feel more immersive, you know. But into the quarterfinals, I've got to say, there's a couple of teams there that if we were drawn against, I'd fancy our chances of taking them out. But the one team I don't want is who you know. That is, of course, Real Madrid. But it's going to be in the last 8... Oh, that's the team I wanted. Deportivo Alaves, the Segunda Division side, away. Bring them on. Sorry, not Deportivo Alaves. Deportivo La Coruña. Sorry. Classic team, Deportivo La Coruña. But, yeah, not Alaves, but La Coruña. But, yeah, great chance there. And we'll say that for next episode. Right, let's crack on. Let's go for what will be our 3rd win on the trot in all competitions following contest. Sporting Gijon coming to the Mestalla. As we know, we're still playing catch-up to Real Madrid leading the way. But all we can do is control the controllables and just keep on winning. Gijon at the Mestalla. Vamos Valencia. Deportivo La Coruña. There's a throwback. Now, in my childhood, they were a regular Champions League team. They actually got to the semi-finals the year where Porto won the whole thing. Jose Mourinho's side knocked them out in the semis. But Silva shot is blocked. They're not a Champions League team now. They're a Segunda Division side. And that's, I've got to feel confident of getting through that and making the semis. For the 2nd time in 3 years. Fati finds Pepe Lu. Giro, excellent hold up. And Benyar Prados' shot is blocked. And Gijon will clear. Tough first half this. Sporting Gijon sitting in, not giving me chances until now. Until now. Hugo Giro in for Samu, who needs a breather, putting Valencia in front. Let's get one chance before the break here, shall we? Turn that shot clock off and push the pace. Correa feeds it through to Giro. And now Silva going right. Starady. The last 16, against Atletico. Brilliant ball into Giro, who timed his run to perfection. And you know, it is so valuable to have a striker off the bench who you know, when he plays, is going to get you goals or assists. Because sometimes one of your top 2 is going to need a breather. When you've got someone who can just step up in there when required and still put the ball in the back of the net, giving breathing time for your star man, that's so invaluable. Samu not even in the squad. I trusted Giro. He's not let me down. Yeah, it sounds like a bit of a silly tip, really, because it seems as though it's an obvious thing to say, but you want a reliable backup striker. You don't want to look at your bench and think, tell you what, you know, my number 9's tired, or he's misfiring, or he's injured or suspended. I ain't got much faith in this guy to replace him. But if you've got a backup striker, you think, yeah, he'll do a good job. It's a real luxury, and that's exactly how I feel about Hugo Giro, who's tricked up. And speaking of injuries, that might be the first proper one of the season. I thought that was a pen there. Yeah, comfortable 2-0 victory for the boys. Both goals coming in the first half as our league form continues to be impressive. The Giro injury, by the way, another bruise. We've had a few of them this season, but still not a single mid-term or long-term injury. Not that I'm complaining, but one's surely right around the corner. I'm certain of that. Anyway, following game, match day 7 of the league phase, the penultimate game of the league phase. Spurs going to Mestalla. I believe a win in this game will cement a top 8 finish before our final match, which is PSG. That would be a massive luxury knowing top 8 is guaranteed heading in to that game there. Spurs at the Mestalla. Vamos Valencia. A chance for Spurs. Matthias Tell. A wonderful foot. What a goal. I mean, sometimes Whether it's against me or not, you've got to say fair play. You celebrate however you want for a goal like that. The footwork and the dribbling, I mean, seriously, he's just turned out of a paper bag and then beat Chevalier at the near post. That is a wonderful bit of dribbling and finish. He's not scored yet for Spurs in real life since arriving on loan, but tonight, oh, great save, Chevalier. He's giving his compatriot a real workout as we're still down by 1. I mean, not every young player can adapt to life in different countries and different leagues. He's gone from France to Germany, but since arriving in North London, Spurs fans home for a little bit more. And a little bit like what they've seen tonight in this game. Teo offloads, shot blocked on Bergval. He'll get it back. Another attempt just wide the post. We're absolutely all over the place in this first half. Pepe Lu through the gap finds Lee. Ball. Oh, yeah. Where is he? Where is he? Come over here. Come over here. Absolutely brilliant from the South Korean. Can I do the duels? Oh, it's going to be a reload, does it? All right, never mind. It's a 3-man celebration, but even what a ball by the South Korean international. 1-1 and undeservedly level terms. I absolutely love 2-man or 3-man celebrations. They're so cool. I really need to learn them. I say this often, but like I used to know all the celebrations off by heart, and then when EA started changing them around, I was like, oh, I can't keep up with this. And now I only really know like 2 or 3. The show respect, the L1 double tap circle, the it's not a flex anymore, but kind of like a jump star, R1 up down with the right stick. The point to sky, which is L1 in circle. Oh! And the R1 in circle, which is the Ronaldo. But that might be a straight red for Minte, you know. He flew in there. If Spurs go down to 10, I think we'll flip this and win this. Yep, Minte off. I think we'll go and win this now. 10 to play. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Yarek bringing the ball forward. And there's Fabio Silva. Go, Ariso, go. Oh, brilliant hold up. Samu for the win. Come on. 6 to play. And Samu's double, who surely won it for Valencia. Ice cold, ice in his veins. Wins it late. Come on, let's make sure we see this out now. Matthias Tell, who's round me ragged all night long, clips the ball through. Kulusevski clips one in, it's headed clear, and that is surely... Oh, it's going to be free. We've got plenty of white shirts, and Ferreras, the kid, he'd love a goal in his first of the season. Ferreras! Don't see him much. But don't forget, he was the top scorer back in the first season. But as a 4th choice striker, it's no surprise he rarely features now. I probably should loan him out, really. But when called upon, I know he'll hit the back of the net. I want a turnaround from Valencia. 2 late goals, big win, and that should do it now. Qualification in the top 8, all but secured. And I think mathematically too. Yeah, I think it's done. I think it's done, but I'm not 100% sure. A point will definitely guarantee it, but because a couple of teams have to face each other on the final day, I think it's done now. I'm not 100% sure. We'll finish on the PSG game anyway, and I know that a point will definitely mathematically guarantee it. Anyway, before we get there, following contest, Real Oviedo. What a save they're having. Once again, a really good season right now in 7th place. European spot away in Asturias. Aims to keep a really good run of form going and get our 5th win in a row in all competitions. Vamos Valencia. It's another one of those reasons why the league fails. It's just not for me. It's just not for me. I see a lot of people have been in favour of it as, oh, what a finish that is. And Oviedo take the surprise lead. But for me, it's just too chaotic. Far too chaotic. Far too many tangibles, especially on the final league phase game. And again, just too many games. 8 in the league phase, and in the playoffs, and then the last 16. It's just too much. Too much for me. But anyway, don't worry about Europe in this game here, Doxy boy. Just get yourself back on level terms. Great finish. And again, Oviedo. What a save they're having, man. Dark horses for a Champions League place. It's so cool when you see it. Ah, he's on. Where and what was Correa doing there? What was Correa doing, keeping him so far on, well out of line? It's so cool when like a team has risen from like a 2nd tier to become a really good team in the top tier. Like an AI club, I should say. I had it last year with Leeds. Leeds and a couple of my saves were always going for like Europa League spots after getting back into the Premier League. And in this save, it's Real Oviedo, who have come from the 2nd division to now be a team to watch. But Samu says, watch this. Back in the game, 2-1. What a first half. Giro. Thierry. Hugo. Samu, great hold up, Ansu Fati all the time in the world, come on, brilliant comeback, pick the ball up, 27 minutes to go, can we win this thriller in Asturias? Considering how this game has gone, I think there is going to be at least one more goal. It's been a thriller of a game, and I might actually end on this one and save that matchday 8 against PSG for the next episode. Because there's definitely a winner tonight, but it could go either way. The host getting a big scalp, or Valencia coming from 2-0 down to win 3-2. What's your money on heading into the final 20? Could go either way. Oviedo are going for this. This is class. I absolutely love it when an underdog is tied with a bigger club, but they're going for a winner later, not just going for the point. They've probably got it as well. Onyeka with the finish. 3-2 in Asturias. This has just been an absolutely chaotic game. And defensively, well, we've been poor all season long, but tonight, this has just been chaos. It's 3-2, it could easily be 6-4 or something. Frank Onyeka, dispossessed by Van Hecke. And Prados slides through Duro. Hugo, all the way. Hugo Duro! What a game in North Spain! Hugo Duro to the rescue. 3-3, 4 to play. Is there time for a winner? No, in the end, no more chances for either side, and a chaotic game finishes, deservedly all square. Neither side deserved to lose that, neither side does. Brilliant game, but it is 2 points drop. But that'll do it for today's episode of the La Liga Career, guys. Big thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day. I will return in the next one with match day 8 of the Champions League, face home to PSG. Again, I think we're through. I think we're through as a top 8 team. We'll have the Copa del Rey against Deportivo La Coruña in the quarterfinals, and more games in La Liga, aiming to keep pace with Real Madrid. Have a great day, much love, and I'll see you in the next episode very soon.